guys, it's Kerry and welcome back to my channel. I know I've been away for a while, I'm going to explain that in a minute. One thing you'll notice in this video is I now have a new temporary background. I didn't think about those, but they will also be in the background just to add a little bit of fun to my background. So yeah, without further ado, we'll just get straight onto the video. So in today's video, I will be explaining where I have been for the past few months and what's going to happen with my videos. The first thing you will notice is I have changed my upload schedule to a Wednesday for the time being. I'll explain more in a minute, but yeah. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a look that has been created by some of you guys. As you guys know, I put polls up on my Instagram story and you helped me basically choose what I wanted to do with my makeup today. If you see me looking down into this corner over here, it's because I have my book here with the plan of the video on, and it's basically just giving me ideas of what, because I don't want to miss anything in this video basically. So I think I will get on with where I have been. College, work. I was working 7 days a week at one point, so I didn't actually have any chance to film or edit, because edit can take anywhere between 1 to 6 hours. It all depends on the video and what I'm adding into the video and stuff like that. So obviously with that and working 7 days a week, unfortunately I didn't have any time to. But now that I'm in my school holidays, I'm going to be going on to level 2 in beauty in September, which is amazing. I am so happy to hear that I will be going. Everything will change again then, because I'm working 3 days a week at where I work, and then I'm also hoping to do either 2 or 3 days in college. I don't know how long it's going to be. So I will make sure I have 1 day free so I can carry on with my YouTube, because I miss it. I have missed it. If you ask any of my family members, they will tell you how much I've been banging on about wanting to get back into it. It is now July. I think I stopped filming in April because that's when work started. So there's been a few months where I haven't uploaded any videos, and it's actually made me quite depressed. But yeah, now I'm back into it. I feel better. I'm also going to be moving out to my boyfriend's dad's place, so I will no longer be in this caravan. I'm moving back in with his mum. So yeah, I will probably have a better background when I move. As I say, this is temporary, just whilst I'm here. Also, I've been having quite a few personal issues with my family members. My mum is currently in the process of moving herself, so I've been helping her as well. It's my brother's birthday coming up. We've had quite a few birthdays within friends and families throughout the months that I've not been uploading, so that also doesn't help with the upload schedule. So yeah, I think that's everything I've touched up on. My hair hasn't changed, I've not changed. The only thing that will be changing about me, hopefully, is I'm trying to lose weight. I'm not going to go too much into detail in this video because I have a separate video planned for that. So yeah, I think we've already wasted enough time as it is. Let's just get straight on to the makeup. So before I start my makeup, I'm just going to put my hair back. These headbands were in a pack from Poundland, and I'm just going to make sure my hair is out of my face, just like so. Obviously I have a few baby hairs, but we all do. And yeah, and if you were wondering where my earrings are from, they are from Primark, and they were £2. So yeah, the primer I've been loving recently is the Body Collection Illuminating Primer. Mine has exploded everywhere on me, which is very nice. So I currently have to use the end of my eyebrow pencil to get the product out, and I just put it just like so, and I'm just going to rub that in my face with my hands, trying not to get my earrings. As you can see, I have broken out quite a bit today, so yeah. Put the foundation on. We are going to move on to foundation. Have I brought my sponge in? Yes. I'm going to be using the Revlon Colour Stay foundation in the shade 110 Ivory. This is for normal to dry skin. I've not used this in a while, and since everyone wanted me to go full on with foundation, I thought, why not? So I'm just going to put a couple of pumps on the back of my hand. I forgot how runny this stuff is. And I'm just going to take it and just blend it in to my skin. Just like so. So moving on to the concealer, I haven't changed my concealer. The only thing that has changed is I no longer use the Revolution concealer because I ran out of it and I haven't been able to get another one yet. But I do, however, still use my MUA Pro Base concealers. I don't know whether I had these shades last time I filmed, but I do also use different shades now. I use shade 101 for under my eyes, and then I use shade 104 for any blemishes. As you saw before I put my foundation on, I have broken out quite a bit today, but the foundation has done a pretty good job at covering it, to be honest. I don't think I'll need to put as much on as I thought. So yeah, I'm going to just take shade 101 and just pop that under my eyes. I really don't put much on just because this is a nice concealer, and then I also just blend it in. Sorry about the lighting, just my lighting had fallen over and I hadn't noticed. So yeah, next I'm going to move on to shade 104, which I will use for any blemishes and any redness that I don't want there. Still absolutely love this foundation. The only reason why I don't like it as much as my Body Collection one is because it's got too much coverage for an everyday basis. Like, this foundation is perfect for looks like what I'm doing today, but not for looks that are just very natural. Next we are going to set the face, and you guys know the drill. I'm going to be using my Body Shop blusher brush to powder my face, and I'm also going to be using my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. So yeah, I'm just going to do a light dusting of this all over my face. Next I'm going to bronze my face, and I'm going to use my Sleek Face Foam kit using the bronzer in this. It is quite orange, so I really don't use much, but I do really like this bronzer. It's easy to blend out, it's just easy to work with. I don't add much because I'm not bronzed myself, so I don't see the point. I just do that. Next we are going to use blush, which I'm going to be using this marble brush. This set is also from eBay, so yeah. And I'm going to be using my Blush by 3 palette in the shade Pink Lemonade. I'm just going to use this lighter colour here. One thing I have forgotten to do, and I always do this, I get to the blusher part of the video of my makeup and forget to nose contour. So for nose contour, which is the only contouring I don't do proper contouring unless I'm doing a proper full glam look, which I will then cream contour because I find it a lot better. But I use the darker colour from my Face Foam kit, and I really don't use much. I'm just going to use this brush here, which is a small fluffy blending brush from my Bestowed set, which is from Amazon. And I'm just going to use this to very lightly contour my nose. blend that out a tiny bit with the sponge. And I can't hold my nose. I really don't do much just because I'm not doing it to shape my nose, I'm doing it to add a little bit colour there. So next I'm going to highlight, which is my favourite thing at the moment because I'm using Soph's new highlighter duo in the shade Sugar Frosting, and it's just amazing. I'm going to use this angled brush from the marbled set, and I'm going to use this shade here for cheeks and forehead. Look at it! Look at the glow! And then I just put a tiny bit on my forehead. And then I take my Clarins brush, which is from a Clarins eyeshadow palette, which I had years ago. And then I'm going to take a lighter colour and I'm just going to highlight my nose and my cupid's bow. And there we go. And next is my eyebrows. Don't like my eyebrows. And I actually use a couple different products I use. I normally use my Technic Ultimate Brow Kit, but I thought I'd give that a break today. And I'm going to go in with my Sleek Brow Kit in the shade Medium, which is more of a warmer brown and it goes with the pencil a lot more, which defies all of it because the eyebrow gel that I use, which is like a pomade sort of thing, is more of an ashy brown. So yeah. But I also use my eyebrow pencil from Essence. I can't remember what it's called because it's rubbed off, so I will leave that somewhere in the video for you to see. So first I'm going to grab my Bestow eyebrow brush, which is tiny, and I'm going to use this to brush up my brow hairs. And then I'm also going to use the powder just to fill in a tiny bit. Mostly the front end I fill in with this, just because at the end I don't want there to be too much pigment in, and then I just brush that out a little bit. And then I changed my brush to this angled brush out of my eBay set, which is a different pink. It's a pink set. And I'm just going to take my brow gel from Essence, and I'm just going to take that and do the majority of my eyebrow with it. The eyebrows at the moment. I'm still filling them in. With this brow gel, it does take a little bit of time to get the perfect brows, so you just have to be very patient with it. So there we go, I think that's the best we're going to get with those. And last but not least, I'm going to use my pencil just to shape them a bit. As you can see, eyebrows are complete. They never look the same. I don't try and aim to get them to look the same just because eyebrows are sisters, not twins, or in my case, distant cousins. But yeah, so that's my eyebrows done. I really don't do much with them anymore. But I'm just going to go back in with my MUA Pro Base in the shade 101, and I'm just going to shape the eyebrows whilst also putting a lovely base down for the eyeshadow. And then I'm going to use my sponge to blend all of that in. There we go, eyebrows have been shaped. We've got a base down for the eyeshadow. I'm going to be using 2 of Soph's palettes. I'm just dusting my blending brush off. And the first thing I'm going to use is I'm going to use Lockdown, which is a pale purple. Just to use as a transition colour, just to build up for the pink. And so I'm just going to use this and build it into my crease. Because it is a very light colour, it takes a little bit to work it, but as you can see, it's beautiful purple. Then next I'm going to be using Lover, which is a very, very, very bright pink. And I'm going to pat that onto my lid. Pat that into my crease, whilst also blending it at the same time. As you can see with this palette, you really do not need much at all. I'm just going to do this like that. So I'm going to add the shade Pepper into the outer corner bit just to deepen it a tiny bit. I really don't put much on, I'm just going to pop a little tiny bit in and just blend that out. And then go back in with the pink and blend it in too. Next I'm going to go with the Soph palette, her very first palette. And I'm going to take a tiny bit of this colour here, which is called Danger, if I remember right. She doesn't have the names written on here, she did have a plastic sheet on, so I can't remember exactly what the names are. But yeah, I'm just going to use that one, just like I did just, and I'm going to use, that was my Body Shop blending brush by the way. I'm going to use my Spectrum B07 brush, which is just as fluffy as the other one. And I'm just going to use that colour just to add a little bit of definition too. Because I think it might be a better colour than that purple. And then I'm going to go back in with my Body Shop brush and just blend all of that together. And that is the crease done. There isn't really much to the crease, it's mostly just a really nice pink. I'm going to use a mixture between these applicators I've got out of my Sleek eyeshadow palettes and my packing brush. I'm also going to be using a spray bottle of water for this. So I'm going to take my Soph palette, which you can see is broke, and I'm going to take the shade here. Can't remember what it's called, but I will leave it somewhere above. And I'm just going to take that colour and my packing brush, and I'm just going to start by putting that on the lid where just like so, as you can see. Then I'm going to take this brush, this applicator, and I'm going to use the same colour, and then spray it. I just used 2 sprays of water. That spray bottle is literally just water, and then apply it to the lid with this applicator. As you can see, just like that. And then I'll go back in with my blending brush and just blend the edges out a little bit. Just like so. So there we go, the lid's done and the crease is done. I will be shaping it in a minute. I'll be using concealer to do that, which I'm actually doing now. I don't know why I said in a minute, but I'm doing it now. I'm going to take my flat brush that I used earlier. I'm not actually, I'm going to use this small flat brush that I used. I haven't used yet. It's the one out of the pink marble set. There is also one out of the white marble set. They were pretty much the same thing, only I only had the small brushes from this set. And I'm going to take shade 104 because it's my skin tone. And I'm just going to go from the inner corner of my eyes out. And then I'm going to blend that down with this brush. And then with the sponge, I'm just going to blend it in. Just like so. So now we have that shape. Also just going to blend a little bit here. Now we've got the shape, the eyeshadow looks a little bit better. And then finally for the eyeshadow, I'm going to take my pencil brush from out of my Best Soap set. This one. And I'm going to take that pink and I'm just going to put it on my lower lash line. Just like so, and then I'm going to blend it out with the blending brush. And I basically just go from the inner corner and connect it up with the line there. And as you can see, that is that bit done. Next, I'm going to use Fairy Lights, which is the one I do actually remember out of this palette. Which is this one. I also remember Penguin and Nightmare, but this one here, the white shiny one, I'm going to use the smaller end of my Clarins brush. I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner, and then I'm also going to use the bigger end and just use that for the brow bone there. Like so. So that is the eyeshadow finished. Next I'm going to use the Sleek Life Proof 12-hour wear kohl eyeliner in the shade Blackmail, and I'm just going to tightline and waterline. This is going to be fun. And I do that just so that when I put the lashes on, there doesn't seem to be too much of a gap between the lashes and my real lashes. I'm also going to use a tiny bit of mascara. This is the Sleek Black to Utopia volumizing mascara. I don't really like this mascara for like normal mascara, but for putting lashes on, just adding a bit of colour to your own lashes to blend them in, it's a lot. It's actually really nice. Bottom lashes. Just like so. My bottom lashes are really small, so you probably can just about see them. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off, I'm going to do this eye, and I'm going to put my lashes on, and then I'll be back for the lips. So yes, stay tuned. So as you can see, the lashes are now on, the other eye is done, and yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I haven't actually experimented with the pink too much, but yeah, so that's it for the eyes. Last but not least, we are going to move on with the lips, and the lipstick of choice is my Say It Out Loud lipstick by Sleek. It's a satin lipstick, and this is in the shade Hot in Here, which is a really bright red. But before I do anything, I'm going to take my lip lining brush from my Bespoke set, and I'm just going to line my lips. Just very quickly line my lips. lips. Just like so. You might not be able to see it too much, but they are lined. And I'm just going to fill it in, and I'm just going to fill it in. And just like so. That is the makeup finished. So this is the finished look with the help from you guys on my Instagram. As you can see, we have pink eyes, red lips, I have foundation on. So yeah, and this is a very bright pink as well, so yeah. That's it for this video. I really hope you enjoy it, and my upload schedule will now be every Wednesday. I don't have a specific time in mind at the moment, but I will let you know. And apart from that, I hope you are all well. We are now past lockdown. We no longer need to wear masks, but please, in crowded spaces, please wear masks. And that's it from me, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye!